Did you know that even advanced English learners often stumble over two tiny words that are only 2 letters long? I am talking about in and on. These small prepositions are responsible for a huge percentage of the mistakes made by Spanish speakers. It is not because the words are difficult, but because the logic behind them is different than in your native language. Welcome to English Listening Time. I am so happy to have you here today to master these essential building blocks of the English language. If you find this lesson helpful and want to reach that next level of fluency, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more deep dive lessons. Mastering in versus on is the fastest way to stop sounding like a student and start sounding like a natural speaker. When you use the wrong one, a native speaker will still understand you, but it creates a small friction in the conversation. Today we are going to remove that friction by understanding the mental map that English speakers use for space and time. Ways to use. To understand these prepositions, we need to think about dimensions. We use them when we talk about a 3-dimensional space or a container. Think of it as being inside something that has boundaries or walls. This could be a physical box, a room, a city, or even a country. If you are surrounded by it, you are in it. On the other hand, we use on for 2-dimensional surfaces. If something is touching the top of a table, a wall, or a floor, we use on. The logic here is contact. It doesn't matter if the surface is horizontal like a desk or vertical like a door. If it is a surface, the word is on. Golden Rule 1. Use in for enclosed spaces and large geographical areas like neighborhoods, cities, and countries. You are in Madrid, not on Madrid. Golden Rule 2. Use on for specific surfaces and electronics. We say on the table, but we also say on the internet, on TV, and on my phone. We view the screen as a surface of information. Golden Rule 3. When it comes to transportation, use on for vehicles where you can walk around or stand up, like a bus, a train, or a plane. Use in for small private vehicles like a car or a taxi, where you must sit down immediately. Golden Rule 4. For time, use in for non-specific periods like months, years, and seasons. Use on for specific calendar dates and days of the week. You have an appointment on Monday in March. Examples. Formal contexts. The research findings were published in the prestigious medical journal last October. Please ensure that your signature is placed clearly on the final page of the contract. The diplomat resided in the capital city for over a decade during the peace negotiations. All participants are required to be present on the 3rd of July for the opening ceremony. Informal contexts. I left my keys on the kitchen counter right next to your coffee mug. We spent the entire afternoon just relaxing in the park under the big oak tree. Put your jacket on the hanger instead of leaving it on the sofa. My brother lives in a tiny apartment located right in the heart of downtown. Business contexts. Let us discuss these specific sales figures in the meeting scheduled for tomorrow morning. I saw your professional profile on LinkedIn and was very impressed with your experience. The manager wants the quarterly report to be on her desk by 5 o'clock today. We are currently investing heavily in new software to improve our remote workflow. Reinforcement. The most important takeaway today is the concept of volume versus surface. If you can imagine being surrounded by something, use in. If you are touching the exterior layer of something, use on. This mental image will solve 90% of your preposition doubts instantly. A very common point of confusion is the difference between being in time and on time. These are not interchangeable. If you are on time, it means you arrived exactly at the scheduled moment. You are punctual. If you are on time, it means you arrived early enough to do something else before the event starts. For example, if the movie starts at 8 and you arrive at 8, you are on time. However, if you arrive at 7:45 so you can buy popcorn, you arrived in time to get snacks. Advanced speakers use this distinction to be very precise about their arrival. Closing. Today we explored the logic of prepositions. We learned that in is for containers, large areas, and general time periods, while on is for surfaces, electronics, and specific dates. We also looked at the tricky rules for transportation and the difference between being on time and in time. Now I want to hear from you to make sure this concept is clear. Can you write a sentence in the comments using both in and on? For example, tell me where you are sitting right now and what city you live in. I will be reading your comments and giving feedback to help you improve. Thank you for joining me today on English Listening Time. Your dedication to learning English is inspiring, and I am honored to be part of your journey. Keep practicing, stay curious, and I will see you in the next lesson.